maybe get through all four of them for an hour and a half or so, giving them time to cool down. And he is the builder of that coil and the two big ones. I don't know what the name is for this one. David, like the name is coil.
I actually after your Variac name for this one.
At the base of that unit is a humidor that he stole from his son-in-law. David Qualls, Crazy Dave lab coat, is a retired rocket scientist. Retired from Boeing, retired from Magnavox, retired from L3 Communications. Each time, I don't want to count his money, but each time with a pension. Probably has a few patents to his name, and the thing he loves to do is build and operate Tesla coils. And he is insane. He is certifiable. He will do things with these coils that I won't be on the other side of the building when he's doing it.
And so why does he do this for Romac?
Why does he do it for Romac? Because Romac lets him.
You just like it for a hobby, or?
Well, actually, these two coils, the big ones, Zeus and Colossus the far one, he built, not at the same time, he built Colossus earlier. I'm sure that was the 9th or 10th coil that he built. And he used to run it in a variety of places, but often in his backyard. And he had this nasty habit of lighting his wife's shrubs on fire. Until she said, "It goes or you go." So he listed that thing on eBay. I was just becoming familiar with Tesla from my collection of books, and I got involved in the war between AC and DC, and that kind of pulled me into it, and I became a Tesla-phile. So I read everything about him, I collect everything I can about him, and when I saw his toy on eBay, I immediately tried to buy it. Eventually, after a little handling, a little negotiating, I did. And he wasn't difficult to negotiate with because he knew I was local, and he was already offering to come help me set it up and run it. And so now we've run it together a dozen times, and he always comes and runs it. We bring high schools and college classes in the middle of the day, in the evening, he comes and runs it for them. And he talks about Tesla, he talks about engineering philosophy and theory that I couldn't, I could probably sound like I knew what I was talking about, it would be bullshit. He, on the other hand, there's no bullshit.
So
He knows his stuff.
It's an educational project for the community.
Huh?
It's an educational project for the community.
Yeah, it's not about the coils either. The coils are what keep the kids' attention. What we're doing here is showing them press brakes, turret punches, designing from CAD systems, reconditioning and recycling, assembling, folding and punching metal, and teaching them about manufacturing businesses on a small scale, on a larger scale, and with these toys we can keep their attention long enough to give them some of that message, and maybe some of it sinks in. And David is such a great demonstrator that he gets their attention way better than I could. And he'll also, because he'll do things with these coils I would never do. Yeah, that was me. I did that. All right. So, are you pumped up enough now?
Oh yeah. Thank you. David is a VIP, and that stands for a very important person, but also a volunteer in public schools. He doesn't talk about it, but he takes this coil and goes to public schools and talks about Nikola Tesla, who invented AC, invented the Tesla coil, which I'll demonstrate today. And it's a great thing that he's doing in public schools for the kids, I want to tell you. Tesla came from Serbia, and he was born in 1856. He came to the U.S. in 1888 as an immigrant, became American citizen.
17 years old. By the time he got to the United States, he'd already worked for a division of Edison's company. I think in Britain.
That's right.
Britain, maybe France. He might have been
France also.
And he was a prodigy. And Tesla was inventing, envisioning, seeing things in the sky that nobody else could see. He more than a visionary, he was the most weird guy. I mean, like Dave, he was certifiable. However, he invented stuff that we use every day, stuff that is important to us. He was responsible for the creation of alternating current, and it's dominating how we distribute electrical power everywhere in the world. Not here, everywhere in the world. That was a Tesla contribution. Have you ever had an X-ray? You wouldn't have had it not been for Tesla. As a matter of fact, there's a measure of certain kinds of fields that are now measured in Tesla units, named after him.
That's right. If you ever get an MRI, be sure and ask the technician how many Teslas is the MRI, because the higher the Tesla, the better the imaging. I had one at 1.5 Teslas, which is the biggest one in the Long Beach area. But yes, unit of measure was named after him for flux density. He's invented so many different things. The AC, the transformer, the first induction motor, AC motor, the polyphase transformer. Also, he built polyphase motors. On to Tesla coils in 1891, got the patent. If some of you folks remember the televisions with the CRT, the cathode ray tube, it has a high voltage cage run the tube. That is a Tesla coil inside there, Tesla's patent. And I have something of interest to show you that also was manufactured by Tesla. This is from the early 1920s. It's called the violet ray. This gadget has a high voltage tuned Tesla coil. And I'm surprised to see the UL sticker on there because I didn't think, huh?
You messed up my coil.
Oh, no. Sorry, dude. Anyway, this guy was for bursitis, rheumatism, and it has a very pronounced. Now, it is pretty strong, as you can see, and it does arc. A little more out of here. The blue arc, purple arc. And what you do is you roll up your sleeve. Put it on there, and I can feel the heat and the tingling. And so it has some medical properties, but it is considered to be quack medicine. Yeah.
Isn't it true that Tesla he was born in a lightning storm too?
Yes.
During the lightning
He was
storm?
born during a lightning storm. He was able to think outside the box. He was able to have a vision of the Tesla coil and then go to the lab and build it mechanically and electrically, drawing the schematic from just his memory, which was pretty phenomenal for machines like these to come out in the early 1800s or mid 1800s. Okay, here we go.
You have to turn the camera light off. You're gonna have to lead back up maybe 4 feet or so. while he's getting started.
Move it over to that side so I can put the chain right there because you want to light up this one and it really hits it.
I have to ask, does anyone have a
Got credit for that. Marconi did.
Does anybody have a pacemaker?
Anybody got pacemaker?
Tesla had something like 7 patents that were involved in Marconi invention of radio. However, Tesla had been remotely controlling things like floating off the boats long before there was such a thing as radio. What do we call that today? We call it radio control. We're sending signals.
He actually sent
years before Marconi.
That's right.
Something called radio.
He actually sent signals.
Radio wouldn't have existed without all those patents.
Nothing like that one.
All right, everybody ready? This one turns out 250,000 volts.
All its coil.
250,000.
It's a baby one. Now normally I'd wear, if it was bigger, I'd wear my gloves. But it's
Can you keep blowing?
respectable. You've seen the Corona.
You guys might not notice, but he's taking a continuous shot while he's doing that.
But in that DC voltage, well, he's got a variac.
I'm not joking. Am I joking?
What's that? I'm sorry.
When you light up that fluorescent from the coil, are you getting a continuous shot at 120 volts?
I'm getting the tingling from it all the way up my arm. And if I stepped off of this rubber mat and held my shoe up like that, you would see it arcing through my body, through the sheet to the cement.
Don't do that.
And I would be jumping around. Do I have a volunteer from the audience? That young lady.
So one of your next experiments on volunteering.
Yeah. What's your name? Samantha.
I'll take your purse. I'll hold a purse for you. Thank you.
Yeah. Which color do you want? You want yellow or you want yellow? Okay. And you got to point this metallic in towards and hold it above and draw up. Okay. Okay. Here we go.
Dave, do I need additional insurance for this?
Trust me. Yeah.
Get a shot in the future.
I'll stand here and show them that it comes out of my shoe.
That's okay.
He's going to come out of the shoe.
Why not? Look how purple that is. Really purple. All right.
Did you feel anything?
It got slightly warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
I've been doing it.
With your permission, I'll move to your coil.
By all means. Coil, capacitors, spark gap. This is a ferroresonant transformer. It is a transformer. We are stepping up voltage. We're feeding the big coils with a source of 240 volt, 60 amp, single phase. And we're pumping it through a, in the case of Colossus, a pole mount, 10 kVA, 240 to 12,000 or 12,000 to 12240 distribution, pole mount distribution transformer, feeding the low voltage side. So we're connecting the 12,000 volt to this transformer, kind of like seriesing transformers. So we're taking the 12,000, not this one, but the big one, and pumping it up in the case of Colossus to 2 million volts, maybe a little bit more. In the case of Zeus, maybe a little bit less. The Colossus produces a slightly more, maybe
Bigger diameter arc.
bigger lightning bolt, right? It's more impressive discharge, and more of them. This one here is probably closer to 400,000 volts. It makes a very nice discharge, and again, this is the portable unit. We take this and show kids all over town, and they just eat it up.
Are you ready?
That's the spark gap running. Ask me if I would ever get as close as he is to it. No. Ah, smell that ozone.
Okay, now we're going to do something we have never done with Dave's coil before. We're going to put this light bulb on top of his chorus.
I don't know if it's going to hold it.
And aiming it so sparks are going to come out and go up, and they're going to go through the glass.
Last time he did this, the light bulb cracked and shot the top end of it right across into the audience.
No, be careful back there.
Just saying.
This one's real tingly, so I'm not going to invite anybody up to draw arcs from David's coil. Very respectable. All right, everybody ready? We plan to put this one on top of yeah, you're going to see about 6 or 8 foot arcs come out of the glass on that coil.
All right, are we ready to operate Zeus?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
All right.
Our gallery on that side far enough away? Yeah. The arc, the coils that he's about to run, we call them targets. They're grounded. They're not connected to anything. There's no power to them. You know you could. With the lights here, we're going to try and ignite those bulbs. We're going to try and excite the gases inside the bulbs. We expect the bulbs to draw arcs, really powerful arcs. And I guess they're 8 feet away. But without the targets, we'll see less intense arcing, but further. They're searching for a place to ground out. If they can't find it, they're going to look for the ceiling and look for the ground and reach out as far as they can before they dissipate. But when they've got a target and they reach it, it hooks up. And it stays hooked up for a while, and it's going right to ground. And it loves it. The coil loves it. Mikey. We need another volunteer, Molly. Come on. All right, I tell you what, you're going to help me bring the power. You're going to help me bring the power.
The edge over here.
Isn't this fun? Oh yeah. Did you know you were in such a fun industry? This is the toys that we have. You have this stuff in your shop. You have it in your storage. You can make really neat stuff with it. That Colossus is wound out of a piece of white PVC. That's what it's wrapped around. A piece of plumbing. Dave wound that by hand, one turn at a time, 870 turns. The primary of that, like the primary of Zeus, is solderable copper tubing, plumbing tubing. A lot of the stuff in the controls are household stuff. An epoxy cast control power transformer is in that light brown cabinet that could have come out of any of my switchgear. 12,000 to 240, right? The power supply to the Colossus, the pole mount transformer that Solomon has hundreds and thousands of. So this is what we've done in this building that we arrived in 1974. We built and hung up the bridge cranes out of old used junk. We've got 6 of them in the plant. Almost every tool on that floor is something we bought used and not running anymore. And that's what you guys do when you're restoring electrical equipment. It's not any different. It's parts down, it's parts back up, it's lubricated, it's adjusted, it's aligned. And so is it with these toys. Lights? Not all at one time, Mom. That's why I've been saying that you get to see
Awesome
these
stuff.
trucks if they're running. They don't know it. I had, other than the ones that you see, okay, but then I have to put the coils on. Yeah. After you do that, I'm going to put the coils on. Okay. Have you guys all gotten something to eat yet? After he does this next run, it's probably going to take us 15 minutes to